N1 rocket. Here's another example, by the way, to not only get what I think is very fair to say is, without a doubt, it's such a huge, established, important classic from this line, but
Absolutely.
again, back to the tritium.
Right. Well, this has the tritium tubes. This has, and I brought, where did I do with it? And I brought actually the execution so we can see it on, because this you're going to get two straps on this one as well.
And you have the actual dial.
And I did. I brought the dial. I brought everything on this one because I actually particularly like this execution of the N1 rocket myself. This is actually the one I'm holding is from my personal collection. And those of you who know me know that I do not, believe it or not, keep every single one of the watches we sell in my collection. As much as I would like to, I would probably end up divorced if that were the case. So, you know.
But tell me you've at least kept one of the Denisovs.
Oh, of course I have a Denisov,
okay,
absolutely. But, you know, I do keep some of my personal collection. This is one of them. And I want to show a close-up of why. The dial on this watch, if we can get close-up on this dial, is just phenomenal. First of all, it does have the tritium tube technology, so it gives you the constant illumination. But just look at that dial, how the sunburst, or what do you call that usually? What's the sun ray?
Yeah, sun ray.
How the sun ray pops, the deep dish on the dial, and there you see the tritium tubes, and those are hand applied to the watch. It's just an amazing.
Let me interject on that point, if I may. No,
yeah.
because you have such a great depth and an expertise in tritium. Can you do a quick 101? Somebody not familiar?
Sure. If you're not familiar with tritium tubes, they are a gas-filled glass tube made by a company called MB Microtech of Switzerland. They are the company in the world that makes the smallest tritium tubes available. And why is that important? You need very small tritium tubes for them to fit on the hands and dial of a watch, and they have to be light so that the dial can sweep. The tritium gives you constant illumination. The tritium is actually a slightly irradiated material, completely safe, but a slightly irradiated material that is actually activating classic luminous material inside those glass tubes. It constantly does that activation to give you the constant illumination. So it never goes dark like it does on superluminova. Now, it's not as bright. Even the brightest of tritium is not as bright as superluminova when you first charge it up. But you get the same constant level of illumination. So 12.5-year half-life on tritium, so you can expect these to light up for 25 years or longer, you know, but you're definitely going to get at least 25 years of illumination out of it. I love the case back on this. I want you to just feel the weight when they get off of that, Tim, well, I'm just gonna say it. You'll just have to take my word for it. Just the weight on the case back alone.
Well, these are heavy watches, and since we showed the back and it talks about the world's largest rocket and so on.
It is the name for the world's largest rocket.
Well, let's talk about Russian production in general, because I think they do a very cool thing, which is most watches, when they are built, the watch, meaning in general in the industry, they come up with an idea, they do prototypes, and then they get done, and then they go, okay, what are we going to call it? Where Russia, it's almost the opposite of that.
Yeah, for instance, this is the N1 rocket. It was the world's largest rocket, and that's the inspiration for the watch you're looking at here. Every single watch you're going to see tonight, and practically every watch that we represent, including Zoftra, because I will say we absolutely took that. We took the card from their deck for this, no question about it.
And you should have.
They start with an inspiration, and they build the watch around the inspiration. And, you know, I haven't said this word yet tonight, but custom. This is something else that's important about everything you're looking at tonight, Tim. There's not a single watch here that is an off-the-shelf watch, so to speak. They don't go to case manufacturers, dial manufacturers, and say, give me 500 of that case, give me 500 of that dial, I'm going to put them together, slap my brand on it, and call it a watch. No. Every single component of these watches is 100% custom made, including the one you're looking at. Did you rotate the bezel? It is such...
Yeah. I'll do it again.
Guys, you're going to think, when you get this watch home, you're going to think this is an oil-injected rotating bezel. It isn't. I don't want to, I have to be careful. I'm not saying it is. But the action on this bezel is so beautiful and so smooth, you will think it's oil-injected,
And there's no play in it either. You ever had a bezel where it kind of flops around?
Not on this.
But it does, at the same time, it's not so ridiculously tight, you're almost like fighting it to move it around.
Right.
It's just a beautiful build.
And you get it on the. If we got, I know we only have a few seconds left.
Here, I'll try
I
to
want to
quick.
show it. Here, I want to show it real quick on the silicone because I love this execution on the silicone.
You're
That's how
getting
I wear it.
silicone. You are
And
getting the
you're gonna
brown
get
leather.
both. Now I want to tell you, it is an integrated strap. It is not a quick change. You will, it does take a little bit to get it on there because of the fact that it is a fully integrated strap. You will not go wrong picking this one up, and that's a fantastic price. At under $300.
Yeah,
oh my
it is.
goodness. For us, for
Yeah, for the
Russian
genuine
execution,
handmade.
yep.
Just